Discovery Center friends, I'm Kristy and I am lucky enough to be playing in the Discovery Center today in our book nook. So we're going to take a minute and talk about how important books are and how lucky I feel to work on the Ross Park campus that has a zoo in it. And I know that Curious George really likes visiting the zoo too, so we're going to read and find out about that today. And then maybe I can go take a trip to the Ross Park Zoo as well. Ready? Curious George visits the zoo. Look at his face, he looks so happy. George, said the man, how would you like to see a real elephant? Let's go to the zoo. There was a lot to see at the zoo. There were the giraffes with their necks so long they seemed to reach the sky. There were the kangaroos carrying their babies in a special pocket. And finally there were the elephants with their floppy ears and their long trunks munching on hay. It was lunchtime. People were eating on the park benches and picnicking on the grass. Now I've done that at the zoo before. I've eaten on the grass and gone on a picnic there. I'm going to find out what time they feed the lions, said the man with the yellow hat. Wait here and don't get into trouble. Now what happens to Curious George when someone says don't get into trouble? Let's see. While George was waiting, he saw a zookeeper with a pail of bananas for the monkeys. I wonder what happens. Do you think Curious George is going to want one? The keeper put the pail down to get a drink at the water fountain. George was hungry. He grabbed the pail and ran away with it. Oh no, George! Hey, shouted the keeper, stop that monkey! But George kept on running. A crowd of people was standing near the monkey house, just the place for George to hide. Blend right in there, I bet. Standing by the cage was a little boy holding a red balloon with a long string. Suddenly, one of the monkeys reached out, snatched the string from the boy's hand. Oh, so it looks like George isn't the only monkey who gets into mischief. And he ran to the top of the cage. Then he tried to squeeze the balloon through the bars. The other monkey started to shriek and scream. Oh, the little boy was crying. I would cry too if somebody popped my balloon. Please, couldn't somebody get his balloon back? Asked the mother. None of the people could reach that high. But George knew what to do. With the pail in his hand, he climbed up to the top of the cage. He took a few bananas and fed them to the monkeys. While the monkeys were eating, George snatched the balloon and swung down from the cage, and he handed the balloon back to the boy. Everybody clapped and cheered. Just then the man with the yellow hat came running. George, the man cried, I have been looking all over for you. Please don't be angry with him, said the mother. He saved my son's balloon. George should not have taken my pail, said the keeper, but he did feed the monkeys. And now it's time to feed ourselves, George, said the man. And that's what they did. Look, and he has his own bananas. Bye everyone, see you at the zoo.